Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Power, back after a short period of inactivity, and I believe I can end the turn because we did end up in a situation when there's nothing else for us to do but end the turn. Don't worry, I checked it out just to be sure it is indeed the case, so I may as well end the turn and speak a little bit about some awesome stuff that I'm not sure what they are yet, but I can start my timer. I cannot find my iPhone, so I just have this old school timer that is going to count down the time for me. I'm not going to record as long as I usually do today because I don't have any juice. So yeah, I think that explains it pretty well. At least if you ever watched my video, any of my videos to be quite honest, then you probably understand why that explains that I need my juice. Open borders with amoebas? Well, hey, why not? I'm gonna kill you anyway, a little bit later on. Now, okay, a couple of stuff happened. I finished production of this and this. My research is still not done. As you may or may not recall, I am trying to get the Extreme Fusion. Gonna get it next time, which is going to be nice. I'll finally be able to incorporate this support type of ship into my fleet. For now on, however, it is beyond my reach, as one might say. This is going to be a mediocre battle, but why not just start with it, because we just started this videocast and I already want to take a sip of juice and I cannot. Oh man, it's gonna be painful. Oh well, I'll try to resist it. Now, there isn't really any reason why I was inactive, so I'm not gonna talk too much about that. The only day that I can actually explain why I was inactive was... Whoa, that was a little bit loud, but I think it wasn't loud for you, it was only loud for me. But anyway, the only day that I can actually explain why I was inactive was Friday, and that's because I was able to meet Anansi, which is quite substantial, as you might imagine. Because yes, Anansi was in Warsaw, Poland this Friday, so obviously I had to go there to a meeting because she was a... I call a band of shit. That's because Skin is pretty much the most recognizable member of Skankanasi, let's be quite honest about it. But anyway, I had to go to Empik to meet with Skankanasi. Only 3 members because the 4th one was unfortunately sick and contagious, as Skin said. She is so cute, by the way. I mean, she's not afraid to use the word, to use many strong words, but she's so cute at the same time. It's just adorable, I have to say. Anyway, I had a blast personally, even though when I got my chance to talk to the band members as well as get their autographs, I completely forgot my tongue. I believe this is the way to call it, which was kind of embarrassing. I didn't know what to say. Shame on me. Unfortunately it happens, so I guess there isn't much I can do about that. Now, is there? Okay, see you guys. Go away. I'm gonna match those 2 fleets together. Actually, I wanna have a fleet called Alpha. There we go. Alpha, you stay here for now. I'm gonna use that to continue conquering United Empire in the relative future. That is not such a strong fleet, but it is a fleet nevertheless, so I'm gonna stay with my main fleet at Rotanev, while my Alpha fleet is actually going to start making its way toward Oyad. To Oyad me some other system that I'm actually going to keep to myself, as I said. Anyway, as I said, I had a blast meeting Skankanasi, really awesome, and if you like alternative rock or alternative metal, I'm not sure how to classify Skankanasi's music, then yeah, you need to look at their newest album, The Black Traffic, because it is kinda awesome. Now, this hero, I had an idea what to go for, but I forgot to... Oh yes, I wanted to get Saboteur. Now, you may not know what Saboteur is, but I'm gonna show you in a moment. I believe it has been a while since I got a Saboteur, but I believe I need Dust Wielder to get it. Or was it Master Hacker? No, I don't... Wait, there is Master Hacker. It was either of the two, Dust Wielder or Master Hacker. Now, this is actually... Man, it is going to be painful if I make it wrong. Dust Wielder or Master Hacker? No, Dust Wielder gives me access to Illusionist battle card. Is that right? You know, Illusionist battle card, I'm not sure if I ever showcased it to you, but it's pretty awesome. It creates, well, illusions of your main ships that can take them at damage for you, which is very nice. So, was it Master Hacker? Maybe it was Foresight. No, it was Master... Yes! I was right, it was Master Hacker. So get the Saboteur ability next time, which as you can probably see is pretty neat. Plus 20 dust for each destroyed enemy CP, which is control point on Empire. Really important for me, especially in my type of Empire that is a spendthrift on dust. So yeah, I do need as much dust as I can possibly get, so this is going to be very, very helpful indeed. There was also this ARA ability that allows me to leech dust from the enemy systems. How did I get it? I don't really remember. That is annoying. Whatever, I'm not gonna bother myself with that too much. Somebody else suggested that I should also take Dirty Tricks. I might do that. First of all, I will focus on Solo Turn, then well, Dirty Tricks is nice, but I was thinking about getting a little bit more defense. I'll see, I'll think about it. There is, however, an ability that I just learned recently that belongs to... hold on. That belongs to corporate type of heroes. So this guy, I'm gonna need to level him up ASAP and get... how is this ability called? I actually don't remember, which is kind of embarrassing. Oh yes, I need to get Dust... how do I get Dust Wielder again? I believe I need Veteran, 1 or 2. Anyway, when I get Dust Wielder, I'll have a really sick ability available for this hero, so that's what I need to head for. Because really, you're gonna be... I even had no idea that this ability is there for the corporate hero. You're gonna be amazed at how amazing this ability is. I'm not gonna spoil it for you just yet, but you can trust me on that. Now, is there anything I need to take care of in this particular turn? I don't believe there is. I mean, many of my systems are stagnated, but for most of the time, there's nothing I can really do about that, because my systems are tiny and puny. I have no plans in them whatsoever, except for social systems like Ilium or Lucia that I could expand within, but there is no reason for me to do so, or I am unable to do so. So either way, it ain't happening just yet. Now, I believe I'm good to go to end the 10, and actually there was something else. Oh yeah, an interesting fact. I actually, just yesterday, I restarted Mass Effect 3. Started playing it all over again now that my head is cool, and I'm a little bit less excited about the fact that Mass Effect is free, and thus I am less expecting of the game. And now I know what to expect of it. I mean, I know that the ending is hell of bad, even though there was an extended cut that is a free DLC that is supposedly has fixed some of the stuff. I'm gonna see it for myself and judge it for myself. Honestly, from what I had so far, it isn't going to be a big deal, to be quite honest. It's not what I was looking for, but at least we do get something. Okay, so the enemy fleet is not that much of an issue. Lots of missiles and kinetics, so it does force me to go for boring barrier. I mean, the barrier does look cool, so this is one of the reasons why I go for it, because it is amazing. I love this particle effect. I mean, look at that. Of course, obviously, now that the game had that I like the particle effect, it is going to counter my card so that we do not get to see the particle effect. One day this game is gonna be the death of me. But anyway, now that I know what to expect, I wanted to, make up my mind about this game one more time. And now that I've played a little, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of it, maybe 2 hours, I think that most of the things I thought about this game before are pretty much well thought, to be quite honest. I still believe that Mass Effect 3, even excluding the ending, is inferior by quite a bit to Mass Effect 2. And one of the main reasons for that is that you cannot have Jack in your squad. No, but for reals, one of the main reasons for that is actually the fact that where's the enemy variety? You only fight 3 types of enemies, like general faction enemies, which is far less variety than we had in previous games. I mean, in Mass Effect 2 we had 3 kinds of gangs that were all pretty unique, to be quite honest. We had the Geth, we had the Collectors, and we had some other stuff as well that I forgot. So it is already more by just the names of the factions, but also in Mass Effect 3, even though we have 3 different factions that we can fight, all 3 of them are kind of similar to each other. I mean, they all have similar units. So, for example, there is this siege unit that fires some kind of stuff. There is this general any day, run of the day brute that just is supposed to... I mean, every type of enemy is like similar to a different type of enemy from a different faction. It's like copy-paste, except they look different, and some of them have slightly different abilities, but it's pretty much the same to me, which is a letdown, I believe. And also, everybody has grenades. I don't mind grenades being added to the game and the enemy being able to use them, but it's getting really boring and dull, the fact that everybody has grenades and is just spamming them all the way through. It is pretty stupid. I mean it. So yeah, the enemy variety this game definitely lacks in comparison to Mass Effect 2, in my honest opinion at least. And well, I believe if you thought about it a little bit for yourself, I don't know why I didn't set this fleet area the previous turn, but whatever, then you would probably agree with me on that. Also, one other thing that I don't really like about Mass Effect 3 is something I'm going to talk in a minute, because first of all, I do want to redesign area, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do indeed want to redesign areas a little bit, because I'm not sure how much I redesigned them previously. They do have plasma slugs and positron torpedoes, but do they have... well, that's just a little bit better laser defense, so I don't believe there's actually need for me to redesign this whole ship just because of that. I also forgot to retrofit the ships I already have, so this is also an insult to injury. But I do need to design a new ship, so not modify, add. So this is going to be a cruiser type of ship. It is going to be a support-ish ship that I'm going to add to every single of my fleets. It's going to be called... give me a second. How did I want to call it? Oh yes, I remember. I believe that's the way to call them, matriarchs. If it's not, then we'll deal with it in the world of Endless Space. In Soviet Mass Effect, that's how they are called. So that didn't make any sense. But whatever. First of all, obviously I'm going to go for tonnage upgrade. Or maybe I'm not. I'm gonna see in a minute, because how many upgrades do I really want and or need on the ship? I do want this one. It gives me a more critical chance on fleet weapons, which is nice, so I'm definitely going to go for that. I am also going to go for this one because it does increase the movement speed of my entire fleet. I am going to go for this one because it's going to give me some extra radar range, and this one of those guys because it does increase my fleet repair. Is this the one I wanted to go for? Well, that's plus 20 fleet HP per turn. So this is one that could be useful, and this one... is it the same but better? I already checked this out in the past, but I forgot. Yeah, it's just flat out better, so I'm gonna get a double glue on that as well. So that is it for supportive modules. And that's pretty much it for this matriarch, because as I said, I don't want this ship to be actually, you know, offensive. I want it to be supportive. Though it is tempting to just give it like a bunch of weapons, because hey, why not? So I might do just that. I will give this guy probably some kind of more military power. But I do also need to give him defenses. So I want the ship to last, so it's gonna have a hell of a defenses, maybe not that much. It's a little bit too much, to be quite honest. And okay, there is no place for weapons now. Okay, I might as well, because there's only going to be a single matriarch per fleet. I might as well give it like a bunch of rockets just to, you know, feel like it actually is something that was useful. But then again, I like looking at what they call kinetic weapons better than torpedoes, because you just can keep looking at them as they are firing rather than just only see one salvo per turn, which is a little bit more lamish. So 3 plasma slugs just to make it a little more interesting sounds about, right? Also, why not give it plus 42 HP, because there's nothing else you can do with that ship anyway. So this way it is a little bit more resistance, 8, 9, 8 health points, sounds about right. So there's our ship. As I said, I designed it to be a supportive ship. When I get some better supportive upgrades, I'm going to redesign it without a word of hesitation, even if I were to sacrifice its offensive power, which I didn't want and or care about in the first place, and I maybe would even sacrifice some of its defensive power. For now, though, it is good enough for me, and I'm gonna make Lesus produce one of those guys right now. So thank you very much for your production. I wanna have Matriarch, and now you can just keep spamming those areas. Thank you very much. Okay, Matriarch is actually being prepared. Well, actually, I will need some more of those guys. Girls, guys, whatever. So I'm gonna have 3 of them just to be sure that I have enough, and I might as well make some more in the future if I need to. For now, however, I indeed do not. How is my research going? We're gonna get applied X in the next season, which is nice because this will actually allow us to be able to incorporate this matriarch ship into our fleets without sacrificing any areas, because as you might remember, this upgrade gives me more command points for every unlocked ship, and this will be an unlocked ship sooner rather than later. And also this gives us less expression disapproval, which is going to be nice and neat and all sorts of amazing crazy stuff. Also, I can decrease the tax rate, I believe. I could actually lose some dust now, but then again, there is no real need for that. I mean, it does increase my research per turn by quite a bit, but honestly, I do want to stock up on some dust, especially because I will need to keep retrofitting my ships. So, decreasing the tax rate to 10% is nice. I'm gonna still get a lot of tax rate because of that, and I believe this is going to be just fine for my needs, for now at least. Okay, so my fleets have begun the siege of Oyed system, which is nice. Matrix are being produced, and most of my systems are also converting industry into dust, which is going to keep me alive, even though my tax rate is so low. I believe now we can end the turn. And talk about another thing that I don't really like about Mass Effect 3 is the fact that it has this Mass Effect 1, what is it called? Mass Effect 1 Philia, I believe is the way to call it. It's just, it has so much references and characters from Mass Effect 1 and so little from Mass Effect 2. It's like, yeah, Mass Effect 1, that was the game. Let's have all the references and characters from that game. I mean, seriously, all the characters, unless the one that died, from Mass Effect 1 that you had in your squad can be brought back to your squad. Is that the case? Yeah, I believe this is the case. Yeah, that is indeed the case. Well, we don't get any characters from Mass Effect 2 squads unless they were also in Mass Effect 1's, which is extremely disappointing, at least for me, because I really did like most of the Mass Effect 2 characters better than Mass Effect 1, except for Garrus and Tali, but other than that, yeah. I give them titanium for, and then it says how much titanium they have, 6, so I actually can go for that, and then I would get an instance, which is gonna give me more invasion power. I love Pilgrims for that. This is a tremendous offer, and I believe we both gain a significant profit because of that. Applied Atmospherics is here, but anyway, talking back about this Mass Effect 1 Philia, yeah, it's just so annoying. There are so many amazing characters in Mass Effect 2 that I only get to see in cutscenes or a single mission dedicated to them. I want to have them in my squad, or I want to see more of them. For example, Arya, seriously, I wanted to see more of them. I wanted to come back to Omega. Even though, yeah, let's say it was abandoned or under attack by Reapers, who cares? I want to see it nevertheless. It was such an amazing place. Maybe no, not sure if my favorite, but one of my favorite places of all times in Mass Effect series. Omega. I keep thinking about amoebas from saying Omega. You hear my problem, so I gotta explain it, but you know what I mean. Still, one of my favorite places, and it's just so annoying that I can't go back into there. And I don't know, so many great things that I felt about Mass Effect 2 that were almost omitted in Mass Effect 3 that I really did not really like all that much. I didn't like at all, to be quite honest with you, so yeah. That's a little bit of a kick in the teeth for a guy like me. But now what we need to do is Rotanev. A really nice system that I fortunately do not need to care about, and I can just give it to Hishio right now. They're gonna love me more for that as well. Also, I just love this happy face so much. It's so cute. It's almost Korean-like. But anyway, hey guys, I have a good offer for you. They are very close over me, and actually it is growing. How about we grow it even further? How's this system called? Yeah, Rotanev we conquered. Well, maybe actually I could get something cool from them in return. So let's have a look. Is there anything I actually need and care about? Hyperscale farmers and interest cultivation and logistics. Not really a fan of right now. No, hypermanagement. Not really, though it would be nice, but no. Optimized logistics, careful sweeping and colonial rights. This would be nice, so I might think about that. Atmospheric filtration, I'm gonna get that in no time. And rudimentary telepathics. That's a fly on my speakers, go away. Sorry. So a global tech park and brainwave sensor, I believe I can get that relatively fast as well. Yeah, it's only 900 science, so there's no problem about that. Optimized logistics is 800 science as well, but it is apparently not so as worth it as I hoped it would be, but I can give them something in return. For example, man, they really are sticking up on this. Well, you know what? It's just gonna be a gift. Maybe for a little bit of dust, but I wanted this to be a gift. Apparently they did not have any dust whatsoever. Wow, okay. Okay, I'm gonna make it a gift. I want those guys to be close to me, and I'm really afraid of those guys actually being at war with me, or even breaking the alliance itself would be pretty bad. So I'm just gonna give it to you. They should love me right now immensely. Let's have a quick look. Where is this thingy? Dance frontiers, long-term peaceful status, open border treaty, military weakness, expansion, donations. Only +2 for whole system? Oh well, I don't care. Maybe... No, that was actually pretty cheap. Only +2 for whole system. I am not a big fan of that. But whatever, I'm gonna keep Oyat for myself, so that's all that is important right now. Do I have a matriarch ready? No, not just yet. But do I have actually those ships? Okay, Q is upgraded indeed, so that's what I cared about. And I believe I can end the turn indeed. Soon as I conquer Oyad, I'll retrofit all of my ships and continue the conquest of the United Empire, giving many of those plans, though not all of them, to Hishio. Maybe actually I will not give any more other than Retanef, because apparently they don't really appreciate that. It is understandable, they are an evil race, so they do appreciate you less. Still, I would expect a little bit more than that, just +2 relationships, so yeah, it was kinda silly. Now, I don't want to make it sound like I don't really... Yes, I'm jumping from topic to topic, if you haven't noticed already. But I don't want to make it sound like I don't really like or appreciate Mass Effect 3. It does have quite a lot of epicness to it as well. It's just... It feels like it is a letdown compared to Mass Effect 2, and I don't like letdowns. Seriously, Mass Effect 2 was an epic game. The fact that I got interested in it, even though I don't really like shooters, and it was... Well, I don't actually believe I should talk about it in such a way, because it is not as much as a shooter as it is to an RPG. But still, it got me interested, and I do love it a lot. So, I might just be an old... Yes, thank you. I might just be an old Mass Effect 2 fanboy, though I don't feel like I am. This game still has its flaws, but honestly... I believe Mass Effect 3 could learn a lot of things from Mass Effect 2 that it didn't, unfortunately. Now, the enemy... Now, of course, now that I don't have my fleets as rot enough to stand against the enemy is sending some cool fleets to have a battle. So how about I actually go against them and be able to engage in some epicness, battleness, funziness. Whatever. Atmospheric filtration is here, so I can finally explore some plans on Lucia, which is going to be awesome. I also get some more movement on my own Empire, which is decent. Unshattered, unaffected movement, which is nice. And I got myself 2 matriarchs, that's nice. They're not gonna make it in time for the battle, but honestly, I could care less. At least I can send them already. I will already split them so that they are in 2 groups, 2 fleets, so I'll have an easier time splitting them again, but I can move both of them at the same time, which is nice. Also, Lucia! Are you happy yet? Because you indeed, dear sir, you're not a sir, you're whatever, are going to get expanded about. Hydrogen rings, is this something I care about? Yes, indeed it is. And I believe I'll go for gas hydrogen at the first place, so please colonize it by all means. And yeah, you don't benefit from hydrogen, do you? No, you don't at all. I don't believe I need any of those improvements at all in the system, unfortunately, but oh well. For now, I'll just expand into the hydrogen system. Actually, you know what? I might as well do this population fusion, and OMG, I forgot Fessia! You have no exploitation, that's one thing. So first of all, I will actually use this to boost my production, because it actually gives me more benefit than boosting the dust thingy because of my science itself. But what system has the most sickest and most incredible food production? I wanna know. Okay, apparently it is Agesia. It has 160 food production. Wow, okay. So I'm going to transfer some population out of Agesia onto my RS system. So Procreator, thank you very much. I'm gonna make... Okay, this was a bug, good to know. But how many of them do I need? I'm gonna make 4 of them. It sounds about right. Hey, get back to development, thank you very much. So 4 Procreators, I'm gonna transfuse this population onto the system. Not only to huge gas hydrogen, but also to another hydrogen, because I need myself some more dust. And hydrogens, they do give you a lot of dust. Probably more than any other planet could even hope to. except for the fact that you can only have as much population on them as that, but still, they do give you a lot of dust, which is nice. Okay, so is there... Unfortunately, I cannot check if there's any other system that I forgot to exploit planet in, but I don't believe this is an issue at all right now. So actually, I should do more of this food transfer thingy. So Sion, how about you do some of that? Oh no, I'm losing dust. No, I'm not gonna do so. I need as much dust as possible. So I'm gonna resist from doing just that, and I believe I can continue on with the next turn. However, I'm gonna queue up some research in the for the future. What do I need? Sorry for that. Okay, so I could get for extreme anomaly reduction. Honestly, I don't really care about it just yet. I could, however, get some hydro sequencing. Then again, most of my systems are pretty small in terms of population. I cannot get a lot of people on them anyway, so this upgrade would not be as amazing as it usually is. Though still, regardless of a system, it is going to be beneficial because pretty much every single of my system has more than 3 max points of population to make the system to make this upgrade worthwhile. So I might go for that one. It does take up 3 turns, however, so I might think about this for a little bit more. What I do need is a battle card that is actually beneficial to me, aka it does not take any of my defensive capabilities, but it does boost my offense. So it definitely isn't target locked because I'm not using beams at all. I don't even have beam technology so far, which is kind of surprising. I could use EMP because it does decrease the enemy efficiency from anti-missiles, but it is not such a big deal, to be quite honest. Though, then again, Advanced Up the Club is amazing, so I might think about that. Let's have a quick look. This branch doesn't have any battle cards, but how about this one? Does it have any battle cards? I don't believe this is indeed the case. This is not a battle card. No, none of this is a battle card. No. So I believe this is the only place where I could actually get the battle cards, and none of them are particularly interesting aside for the EMP. So as I said, I might actually go for that, and you know what, that is indeed what I'm going to go for. There are some things that I'm interested in, especially this one. I would get access to some pretty sick luxury resources, so I might go for it as soon as I get the EMP, but for now, as I said, I'll go for wave faction control. Also, more science is always nice, especially when you play as my kind of faction, and probably scientific victory is the kind of victory I'll indeed try and go for, because it sounds nice. Also, my Empire approval is at fervent, which is nice. It is going to give me even more science thingies somewhere listed on this giant list. I should be able to expand this window, because right now it's just silly to be forced to scroll through it, just searching for one single thingy. But I don't really mind, because this is the first time I ever had an issue with user interface in this game. So far, this user interface is the best user interface in any game whatsoever. I cannot think of a game that has a better user interface. As simple as that. Okay, is that everything I had to do in this particular turn? Servos. Oh, yeah, you don't have any exploitation on this planet, do you? Well, you're gonna have one soon enough. Non-bionic layers, you're gonna need that. And I believe this is about it for now. As I said, I do have an access to this kind of ship, and while it does look awesome, I will not make any of those. I said, I want to win this game by using only destroyers and a single mile ship that I don't even have an access to yet. So even though this ship looks awesome, I'm not gonna use it at all. Sorry. I might use it as my support class ship though. It looks nicer than... Yeah, it does look nice under the other one. Then again, I'm not sure if I would have the tonnage to actually be able to carry all this stuff. Let's have a quick look. Which ship has more tonnage? Okay, this guy has 155. Oh, wait a minute. This guy has 310, and this guy has the exact same amount. So this guy decreased the cost of defense module, but this guy decreased the cost of ammo, invasion, power modules. So honestly, yeah, it feels like this should be my support ship. So, okay. This is gonna be my support ship. So, for now, Matriarch, stop all production of that thingies. I don't need them anymore. I don't want them anymore, indeed. So, you know what? Remove that. Thank you very much. And we're gonna design ourselves a new Matriarch. Also, why cannot I name it this way? I cancelled the previous matriarchs Okay, you know what? I think I know what is the case. You two girls, while I do appreciate you both, I'm gonna scrap you. Why I cannot scrap you? I wanna scrap you. I wanna now I cannot even scrap my own fleet. This is annoying. Oh well, I'll scrap it next turn, I guess. Ah, you annoying gamey little. Oh well, whatever. It's not a big deal. Just a little bit inconvenient per se. Okay, so I'm gonna end the turn right here. Also, I need to think of a title to this video because I'm really bad at making titles to my videos, as you probably can tell by watching any of my videos in the past. Pretty much none of my titles were nice. So this is a thing I should care about. Some people, like for example Jesse Cox, have no problems with the titles. I, on the other hand, cannot think of a good title, even if my life depended on it, which is a problem. Yeah. So you, dear sir, please go for Temporal Finance. You can't benefit from that just yet, but you will be able in the future when I get the Science Commission. Not for Science, Finance Commission, it is a difference actually. And Industry to Dust Conversion, thank you very much. Also something else finished production, Lores. Where is Lores again? Oh, it's right here. Okay, Lores, dear sir. You don't have any exploitation. Why is that? I don't know, but I'm gonna fix it regardless as soon as possible. So, I have access to protocol. Okay, this is very nice. I cannot possibly make use of any of those upgrades, unfortunately. Or actually any upgrades aside from public-private partnerships, which I'm going to go for indeed. And that's it for this system. A bunch of, of those procreators I could have are finished in Agesia. So you all are made into a single fleet, and I'm going to send you to Lucia. Thank you very much. I could actually, and maybe I should send it to Fessia because it is my home system, and I'm not sure if this is the case, but if it does benefit, let me say that again. If the number of population in a system increases the bonus from the trade routes, then I really should take care of the system a little bit more. So I actually might do some more swapping from other systems. For example, what is my other most productive system in terms of food? Well, Scion. So let's have a quick look. Scion, do you need this population? No, you don't. So you, dear sir, are gonna make me, well, let's say 2 free procreators, and you're gonna send them to Fessia just to make sure that my home system is indeed the boss system. It's never going to be the boss system, unfortunately, but it's going to be something. Maybe. Can you make it in a... Yes, thank you. Now I can scrap you. And hopefully this will resolve the problem. If it doesn't, then I'll be slightly mad. Only slightly because it's not a big deal, but... Still. Actually, why is it green? Okay, now it isn't. Nice. No! Why is... Guys, I cancelled the previous ship design and I scrapped all of those ships. Why can I call it material? Oh, F you. I'm just gonna call it differently then. How am I gonna call it? Well, that's to be said. Okay, think. How can I call this ship? Or do why my brain is so silly and stupid? I honestly have no idea. Let me think. Was there a really cool Asari? I don't know how to pronounce Aleti actually, so this is a problem, so I cannot use that name. Oh! Morant. I have no idea if this is how you're supposed to pronounce, write the name of that girl. I never actually had her in my crew. I killed her because she was a bad girl. But Morant, she's gonna be good enough, I believe. And she's not as cool as Arya, and that's her role in my fleet. She's just a supportive thingy that nobody cares about, but she looks awesome, so I believe that's just about right. So, first of all, let me get all the supportive thingies that I want from this ship. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's about right. Also get a bunch of defensive modules, though I will actually wanna get a little bit of extreme artillery. In a moment. First of all, I do want 3 plasma slugs because hey, why not? A lot. No, cancel. A lot of defenses because I don't want the ship to go down all that too easily. And fortunately, it is a what is it called? Not destroyer, not dreadnought. It is called in some kind of different way ship, so it can carry a lot of defense. So I still have quite a bit of tonnage space left, so I can go for extreme artillery in quantity of 1. So, yeah, that's not a lot. And I can also go for some more HP. Not sure why, but I can. How about instead I just go for more of those things, because those are always better than... No, I keep clicking the wrong button. Because abilities that... Because the defense modules are always better than armor modules. Let me just say it like I seriously cannot speak right now. And that's because of the lack of juice. I need my juice, I wanna drink it, and I cannot. This is the most annoying thing of all. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one more of that, and why not just give it more HP just for the sake of it. There's no real reason to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I feel like it. Also, 929, also almost sounds like 21, so yeah. If you know what 21 is, then I salute you, because it means that you know K-pop. I don't really listen to 21, it's not my kind of music, but they are seriously talented and I always support them, so yeah. Create more is here, I'm gonna make some of those girls ASAP. 3 of them as for a start, it's gonna take a while, so I'm not even gonna go for more areas for now. You, who are you? Oh, that's why I couldn't. Ah! There was one matriarch left, and that's why I couldn't actually. How much you want about that? As soon as I scrap this thingy, I can actually create a ship called matriarch. Yes, I can. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. Okay, indeed, this is the bug, so I cannot. So that's a small relief, not too much of a relief anyway, though. So yeah, and. Since this video, well, it's lasting for 36 minutes and 14 seconds right now, I guess I might as well be prepared to end it down. There's a lot of fleets in this general area, but there's one battle that is awaiting us. It is going to be pretty ballsy, epic. So how about we have it? We don't have a Morinth to support us, but it should be epic regardless. The enemy does have a hero, but he doesn't have any dreadnoughts, so I should be able to do okay. Am I recording, by the way? Yes, I am. I wouldn't be too angry, to be honest, if I weren't recording right now. Because, honestly, I don't believe this is such a great videocast, unfortunately. Maybe because of the lack of juice, maybe because I'm just bad to make videocasts, which is more probable. Either way, I'm not satisfied, but I'll see. Maybe I'll upload it, maybe not. What I do want to go for is... Actually, let's go for that surgery. I wanna deal some damage. The enemy is going for both kinetics and missiles, but I wanna make sure... That's just great. I wanna make sure I repair the huge amount of damage I'm gonna take. Actually, I wanna make sure that I don't take any more damage, because the enemy is going to deal quite a lot of the damage already. I'm gonna lose a bunch of ships in the first phase, because the enemy does have a quiz. Man, this is actually kinda an amazing battle. I mean, the camera angles are not the best. We're missing on a lot of action, but still, the thought of the amount of ships that we have on both teams is pretty awesome. Though again, the camera angles not the best, I'm afraid, not the best. Still, it was a flawless victory, which I didn't really expect. I have all my ships still ready and doing well. Didn't lose a single one of them. Nope, I didn't even lose a hit point, which is more surprising. So, wow, this is amazing. My hero has also leveled up, only once, but, well, it's still nice. I'm gonna get Saboteur, which is awesome. And this will allow me to get Dust Warheads, which is nice, because now I'm going to spend Dust in battle that I use that Dust Warheads on, but I should be able to reclaim some of it by using Saboteur, which is nice. This is the reason why I wanted to get Saboteur to begin with. So you just stay in here, guard the system, because the enemy is still making its way towards this area with 4 ships. That's not going to be a big deal, but still, I'd rather kill them than let them pass through this area. So this is what we're gonna get, and I believe we are actually ready to end the video cast right here. So I'm gonna end the turn and then save the progress. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix. If you somehow managed to enjoy this videocast, then please like it and maybe subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to comment on my video. Tell me to learn to speak, because apparently I cannot do so properly today. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. And actually, my hero leveled up, so I might as well level him up before we end. What do I want? Veteran or Negotiator? I do want some witch so that I can get a little bit more dust and science, so I'm gonna go for the negotiator one, and then I'm gonna go for lots of veteran thingies. But anyway, as I said, accumulated knowledge, this is nice. Nice-ish, kinda. And we know what we'll start with the next video. OMG. Here we come, the mothership is coming. But for now, as I said yet again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.